Well, hello there, my army of bizarrely dressed robots ready to populate this world, and also, I suppose, hello to that gazelle's ass that's slightly behind the intro sequence. Welcome to Rimworld, where today, I have COVID. I also had it presumably the day before today, and maybe even the day before that. And I'm telling you this not because I think I'm infectious, but because it might impact the video schedule if I were to, say, die, or perhaps fall ill, but right now I'm fine. I might be superhuman. Physically, though, not mentally, of course. And that brings me right on to today's topic. This may be the greatest episode of Rimworld we've ever made, or it may be the worst. Or maybe it will be decisively average like all the others. There is one Samuel on this channel who is good at Rimworld, and it's not me. It's the other Samuel in the comments section all the time coming up with far better ideas. Now, between Samuel in the comments' great ideas and my, well, I don't know, like, charisma? That doesn't sound right. Work ethic? Well, it's stubbornness, really. My ability to edit videos. Between his good ideas and my Adobe Cloud subscription, we got something good today. And that good thing is drugs. Cold, hard... No, it's not. It's not Luciferium. That was incidental. What we do have is a building called an ENIAC. Now, it turns out we can have up to 4 of these ENIACs. You wouldn't normally. That would be insane because they consume 5,000 watts apiece. But yesterday, I built unlimited Asterix power. And over the course of the day, we should certainly be able to crack out the other 3 too. Not that it's relevant, because we've already got almost 2 million watts excess of power. So why don't we expand the lab out? Of course, I did expand the island to have a little bit more space over on this side. We expand the lab to have 4 ENIACs, and we also make our goal collecting as many elven brains as possible. Now, as much as I've enjoyed Phoebe Chillax, I may remove her from the hot seat rotation. The hot seat mod, to reiterate, is the mod that allows us to swap between storytellers based on pure random chance. And the reason I want to remove Phoebe Chillax is because over the course of yesterday, I think we had a total of 3 raids, one of which was on our settlement, where they killed Elrang. Don't think I've forgotten, I will avenge him. But it does make this whole vulgar display of power fairly irrelevant. So to make up for this, I've decided to throw in a couple of storytellers we have yet to see. Storytellers that will hopefully keep things nice and interesting and dynamic. We have Mifune Misfortunate, a man who just can't stop drinking milk, along with both Jane Renegade and John Paragon from the Rim Effect. Now, these are kind of cool because depending on the amount of enemies or the amount of allies you've got, it will make the game easier or harder. So John Paragon will send more enemies depending on the amount of factions out there in the world that hate us, or I should say more bad events depending on the amount of enemies we've got, whereas Jane Renegade will send more bad events depending on the amount of allies we've got. Now, we wanted to ally to everybody anyway by giving them all Christmas presents. So this could work out very, very well. And more importantly, it means we can finally watch people destroyed en masse by my marauders. So to get back to the original point, in combination with a copious amount of elven brains, I'm hoping 4 ENIACs and a state-of-the-art research lab will allow us to research, embrace yourself here, every single item in the game. Somebody also said in the comments yesterday with startling confidence that the robots were on the same tier, when in fact, the basic robot upgrades are industrial, and the robots themselves count as spacer tech. So we were able to make the advanced logic robots before we could build any robots at all, which seems a bit silly. But our other goal is to get those damn Omnibots, because if there's any way we're going to gild this island, that will absolutely be it. Robots that mine gold, smelt gold, and build gold, shit gold. That would be incredible. Oh, we also have sterile materials now, which is pretty relevant for a lab after all. I'm going to take down some of these elven houses on account of us only having, what, like 3 elves now? Evelyn, add a roommate. Okay, well, let's get rid of these 2 then. Well, now that our ex-Salamander head researcher, Dr. Speedy, has just accidentally invented nuclear power, we can get on to more important things, like building this lab properly. So with the combination of sterile walls, sterile floors, and 4 ENIACs, I guess we will look for research bench. Are those genuinely the only ones we've got? Wow. We'll build them out of silver for the highest level up. Wait, can I build them out of silver? Silver. Silver. Remember who you are. There we go. Okay, so let's throw these down for the highest sterility, because of course nobody wants a stinky research bench. Or at least I would, but there's a frigging tree in the way. Kill nature! Hey, we're done with nature on this island. What has nature done with us? Nothing, besides flood the swimming pool, which honestly, it's really just saving us a job. A lot of people... Oh, sorry, I'm just out here researching antimatter explosives. A lot of people have asked, Why don't you use moisture pumps? Oh, you fool. I will never use moisture pumps. You don't understand. In a list of... Get out of here! In a list of things I will never use, there are fire foam poppers and then swiftly followed by moisture pumps. But in all seriousness, do you know how long it will take to use moisture pumps to pump up the flood of this island? Forever is the short answer. Forever, because it will never happen. Now, while we wait for our people to build the state-of-the-art research lab, which will in theory let us get to hopefully Archotech technology today, I'd like to have everything available first rather than planning things out and then having to dig it all up later on. Someone in the comments said if we select our droids first and then try and form a caravan, it will allow us to form that caravan with them pre-selected. And I know that because I've done it before. In fact, I did it earlier in this series, but I've forgotten. My brain does not retain information for more than 48 hours. Oh, God. Oh, God. I think selecting the colors might have been the least of our worries. Okay, there we go. Do they need food? Days of food unlimited. They don't need food. Send them. Send them, though. Send them. Get out of here. They're leaving the area. We've actually done it. I'm sorry, is that a charge rifle with a freaking bayonet on the end? How incredibly unnecessary. I'm in. Look at this. Unbridled teamwork and harmony. The type of harmony you'd expect from a Christmas series involving a somewhat cursed Roomba and a deadly man-eating wasp. Or night vision dwarf. The type of harmony that's only possible through exploitation and elf slavery. The type of unity that would bring a tear to your eye if I had room for anything in my heart besides cold hard YouTube ad revenue. And they really love it when you frequently mention forced labor. Ah! Poaching? What the hell are they poaching, my friggin' turrets? You stay away from those. Those aren't edible. Tzu, get on the friggin' cannon. This will be a complete mess. I can see it happening now. No, Mr. Elf. I expect you to die. Oh. Oh, God. That better not be Grover. It's not Grover. It's a random elephant. He's being hunted by the Chosen of Stendar. What the fuck? Hey, someone kill that man. Oh, my God. We shut out our own turret's power cables. What a horrible... Oh. What a horrible design. Oh, you've embarrassed me in front of all of my friends. Look at this. Our turrets killed more of each other than they did of the enemy. Well, it's kind of hard to keep track of how many enemies you kill when they all explode into giblets. Oh, you fool. There is no escape. Get him! Yes! Do you think any are actually going to leave the map? It's also occurred to me, there is a slight problem with our plan of harvesting elf brains. Particularly when there are rarely any elf brains left. In fact, out of all of those elves, there are 2 survivors. Okay, well that one's probably unlikely to survive anything. Get him, team. Get him. That could be 2 more elf brains. 4. 3. Get him, Tzu. 2. Oh! 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 4 seconds. Where the fuck are you going? What? Don't walk away. I think Clown might be dead. Oh, Tzu. Hippocratic oath. More like the hypocritic oath. What a fucking singer. Wow. Oh, you didn't even save that one either, you fanny. Oh, well, that was just ridiculous. Are there any non-lethal giant railguns? Asking for a friend. Okay, we'll worry about that in a second. Let's try and create an outpost in slow motion. A lot of these give massive defense bonuses, like the artillery outpost, the defensive outpost. That would sound incredible in a regular playthrough. When you've got, or at least had, 24 railguns pointed at the entrance to your map, I feel like it's not so relevant here. I will go back to mining, I suppose. What about this one? Scavenging outpost kind of implies it'd be random. Science outpost. Cumulative intellectual skill must be at least 30. That it is. Okay. Okay, that seems good. Cumulative intellectual skill was 60. It's free real estate, except for the fact that I had to build and send out 10 droids. My God, we have robots building robots. It's already too late. Ah, look at you. Perfection has a name, and that name is research. Now all we have to do is actually do some research. You know what? Go but wild, my friends. Impress me. Oh, here they come. Was it worth it? The tension is palpable. Wowee. Okay, okay, okay. This seems good. This seems very, very good. Okay, Starflight basics. Crack that out in 2 seconds flat. All right. Yeah, no. I mean, we could just sit here and say, okay, advanced managing software is great. Learning how to make plasteel is great. Powerful serums. Love those too. What about some salvage laser weapons? 6,000 points of research done in a blink of an eye. Oh, my God. This is the best day of my life. Nuclear power is just a blink. It is a glint in Dr. Christmas's eye. We are absolutely in the end game now. Haulerbots. Wait, why is the research going up? Oh, wait, from the settlement? Wait, no, someone else must have been researching then. Did they take away the... I think get rid of the other lab. Wait, what? Hold on. Draft everybody up. I feel like I'm losing my goddamn mind. It must be the robots in the settlement, right? Oh, this is too good. Maybe this research lab has had a little impact. Maybe it's the fact that I sent 10 friggin' robots over to be dedicated researchers all day and all night. Yeah, that seems to have probably done it. Space bees? I didn't even know there was space bees. Everyone else is asleep. They wake up and see that bionics are done. Upside down bucket of meat. Who doesn't love upside down bucket of meat? Pods are arrived. Pods are arrived? What do you mean? Pods have arrived with what? Peck thanks you for letting him venerate the cookie box. He sent us a neurocalculator. Thank you, Peck. I heard about our research dreams. Apparently, he's the one that needs the neurocalculator, given they dropped it right through Dr. Speedy's ceiling. Enables the construction of the Leandri coiled gun, a huge mounted coil gun that can fire through mountains. Okay. What about through other coil guns? Oh, man, we really should not have rebuilt these. Not immediately. Mechanoid utility packs. Oh, those are broken as all hell, if I remember correctly. I mean, you fit right in. No, this is fine. I'm gonna let him research. And you know what? I'll catch you all up in a few minutes. Otherwise, this is gonna take a little while. Holy shit. Help me. This is great. This is a real experience right here. I genuinely cannot click the buttons fast enough to keep up with the just staggering amount of research. Oh, good advanced multi-analyzer that speed up your research. Well, that's quite good because we were lagging. Stop. We were lagging quite behind on the research front. Brain melding. Oh, we have to try and build the master brain. Even though by the time we get another raid, we'll have finished all the research in the game, but just for the fun of it. Combine all the elf brains into one major elf unit. How many elves did I say were in the game? Like 6 or 7? If that takes like 6 brains to do it, that would be insane. Let's take a look here. Elf brain. Here we go. It's 10 brains. Let's find the brains of 10 different elves and combine it into one. A horrifying cyberpunk take on Santa's elf helpers. Replimats? Wait, as in replicators, right? You now have the technology to build a Replimat system. New from JML. What do you want me to do? I need to build a computer, a hopper, a feedstock tank, a terminal. Each Replimat requires an isolinear computer module component. We can collect those in several ways. We buy them from orbital or exotic goods traders. Okay. Some quests reward them. Okay. Or we disassemble an AI persona core. Alright, that sounds great. Oh, is that the same thing you used to build the medpod? I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same mod series, actually. They're kind of similar theme, right? Yeah, isolinear processors for that one. Replicator. What is that? Archotech? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, there is a Replimat category if you use your eyes. Okay. Replimat computer. Isolinear. Oh, it's a separate isolinear computing module. So we liquefy all of our food, then we put terminals wherever we want people to be able to eat at, and then they just order what food they want. Well, this has truly been a unique Rimworld experience. I've never had anything like this before. And sure, there is a finish all research button, which we could press right now and save me having to click through thousands of research complete screens. A lot of people also said, why not just include science never stops if you want ridiculous amounts of power? There is definitely a difference between building a single power plant that gives millions of watts and using all of your resources together and lots of little exploits along the way to build 9 power plants that give millions of watts. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey there. And this is way better than just hitting the finish all research button. Even if it is pure absolute jank, I still feel as if Dr. Speedy has earned this one. Oh, Project Room Factory insanity. That's a whole other level of bullshit I'm not even sure fits into this series. Oh, new technology level. Hey, we are now Ultra. Oh my god, Radicchio, Lord of Bees. What happened, my friend? Cash Cow, what did you do? Radicchio. Oh. Alcohol blackout. Yeah, no, I should have really expected that, shouldn't I? Excuse me a second. It appears my bees are drunk. You're going to go find some dice and roll it. Do we even have any dice right now? Well, we do. I bet I know why. Dice bees. We do have dice bees. I mean, we're not breeding any dice bees quite yet. We must have got those dice elsewhere. But that's a great start. What is it we need to make fortunate bees again? Let's have a look. We also need to upgrade the beehives themselves now that we have spacer bees. It's casino and precious bees. What do precious bees look like? They're the green ones. These green ones? There we go. So we need to breed out a few precious queens till we get drones and then combine those with our casino queens. We're good. We can roll dice forever. Oh, look at that. Oh, we haven't got the bio-interface components, damn it. While we wait for bees, I'm going to queue up a couple of mine gold forever operations at the bottom of our mines. We're going to get rid of these crappy old assemblers. You're out. And then all of the jobs disappear? Of course, yeah, all of the jobs disappear. That was part of the plan. Well, it's not exactly the giant elf brain I was looking for. A lot of people were upset about Dr. Speedy becoming human, and to be honest, after seeing that haircut, yeah, I get it. At least with a mutagenic ship, we can start working on turning him back into a giant salamander, where he belongs. But I have made a slight boo-boo oversight here, in that the majority of our weapons are flintlock pistols. Our actual best weapon is a bow and arrow. Sure, it's a thrombo, but it is still a bow. And we just got to the Ultratech level of technology, which means that Ultratech factions can attack us. And we've got to defend ourselves with plate armor and bows and arrows. We're in a very weird town right now. Whereas Ohmstown progressed very slowly, period to period, we are still basically living in a medieval base with medieval weapons and armor powered by plasma fusion reactors. I mean, on the plus side, though, it's quite cool, isn't it? On one side of our not-so-modest medieval castle, we have an energy weapon research lab and then, like, bees, bee crossbreeding. A research lab that's going to get us into space in 5 seconds flat. Those damn patrons! They're after my robots! Oh. Whoa, this place is way nicer! What was Elrang doing? It's almost like putting a brain-damaged elf and a child in charge of a mining operation is a poor idea. Go, droids. March in. Kill them all. I assume they're not going to be able to really lay a finger on these droids. Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, that'll do it. One took a little bit of damage, but that seems good. It seems like this colony might be able to fend for itself a little bit more. This doesn't... this doesn't seem right. That was it, though. Incredible. Outpost Battle 1. All we had to do was get that robot to kick that wizard to death. What a bizarre sentence. I mean, I appreciate the effort, but again, it's not really elf brains, is it? Wow. It might not be elf brains, but that one was good. That was probably the best volley yet. That's every single piece of storage dismantled, and instead it's all offloaded to these very, very handy digital storage units. And if my eyes don't deceive me, it seems like Dr. Christmas there is carrying more bio-interface components, which means my bees are working. Now, you better all be paying attention, because there is going to be a quiz at the end of this episode. Why did I move everything into digital storage units? That's right, so that I don't have to play this cursed mod pack anymore. No, I mean, so that we can guild the island. And by doing that, we can have these auto assemblers, which are the auto clock variants now. They need way more power, but they work faster. I can set these guys to just sit there and mine gold forever. We don't have to worry about people hauling it to storage or moving it out of the way. That just gets dumped right into the storage itself. It is still far from the most efficient way that we're going to be able to do this, but it is a good start. It means that we can actually make a start on guilding the island whenever we want, which is going to be a while yet, because I'm not sure my eyes are ready for it. That's freed up a lot of room in the workroom too, given that we just unlocked a bunch more workbenches. There are so many workbenches, I can barely see the friggin' screen. And this is still only the start of the Ultratech era. Oh, what a mod pack. That's my dream for this mod pack. Forget guilding the island. I want the whole screen to be filled with buildings. So I definitely want a Persona Bond Forge. That would be quite good. I could just see somewhere to put it down. Give me a second. Then I definitely want Mechanite Assembly 2 from Sparkling Worlds. That seems like a good idea. We do have the Psychic Workbench from Scitech. It would be quite good to get into that, but I do want to do a dedicated series on Scitech, so I don't want to kind of metaphorically blow that load right now. I think it would also be very remiss of me to not build an organ growing workbench so that we can make Bob the Dwarf his true height of power. Especially when you consider we can combine that with the reinforcing table, which at this point we can fill with, I mean, just an insane amount of resources, right? We give this to Dr. Christmas. No, give it to Dr. Christmas. Forget Bob the Dwarf. Dr. Christmas, we have to turn into Doom Guy. We don't have the Doom mod, although with this mod pack, why not just throw it in, huh? So let's reinforce. Should we just go butt wild on that? I don't see why not. Damage multiplier. So we have +2 damage multipliers already. I think the infusion slot is really what we need. I think we're kind of sleeping on that. If you remember legendary weapons, take a bunch of legendary infusements, put it on all the same weapon. I'll put a few more of those on. Why not? Chance of failure 2%. Okay. Infusion slot plus 20%? What does that mean? I assume it means we need 5 in total to give it a new infusement slot. I'm going to go for that. I think that's a good idea. So we've got a whole additional infusion there. Should we just go like... Man, I almost want to go all in on ranged and damage. But accuracy would be good too. Why would you ever increase mass? I suppose blunt weapons? Alright, do it. Do it. I'm all in on the damage front. Damage and ranged. And maybe... If we're going range, we might as well go long range accuracy too. Ooh, look at the chance of failure though. But it's only a 1% chance of the actual item itself being destroyed. So I think this is all fine. Oh! Oh, what happened there? It's damaged. It is damaged. We need the shelves from Vanilla Expanded. Mending shelf? Is that what they're called? We don't have mending shelves yet. And that is the end of that. Although look at what we've got going on here. Cybernetic warfare, quantum matrix, Mass Effect field manipulation, quantum bit technology tier 4 unlocked. Finally, we've got computer 2. Studying microscopic systems including... Oh, I can't read that. I don't have the mental capacity. That is unlike my good friend Dr. Speedy the Genius, who now has access to quantum device. Get out of here with your research. What does this thing do exactly? Hang on. Let me just quickly pop this open. Required insanity tech increases research speed by 75%. Yeah, what's another 75% amongst friends? Well, that's a hell of a pop-up, isn't it? Based on the design of the Thundergun, this railgun used advanced AT field to accelerate antimatter to the speed of light. I mean, I feel like at this point it would be more interesting, as much as I love the Marauders because they are just incredible and hilarious. I think that at this stage, it would be good to get a little bit of variety into our defenses. Some people were saying in the comments yesterday that the obelisk from Rim Atomics is absolutely insane. And I love the Marauders, I really do, but shit, this really needs a redesign, doesn't it? Because it's just god-awful. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of them and hope we don't get a raid in the meantime. Oh, shit. Hold on a second before we dig up the Marauders. I think this thing is the thing that mines things or crafts things or does whatever you need it to almost instantly. Only the most advanced societies have achieved this miracle of engineering. Yes, our society with our floppy head, Dr. Speedy ex-Salamander Man, our goth robot, murderous wasps, murderous cowboy wasps, excuse me. Everything about this castle screams pinnacle of civilization. Oh, these prime crafters are 10,000 steel, 7,500 plasteel, 100,000 silver, fucking hell, 450 components, 5 qubit processors, 5 AI personicles. We do have a method of crafting AI personicles. I don't know how reliable that's going to be at this stage, though. Oh no, yeah, we could probably crack that out in about 2 seconds flat. What do you think? Do until we've got, like, I was going to say 50, but I guess 100 will do it, sure. Hey, there we go. Isolinear processors and isolinear computing modules. Oh, but you can take apart AI personicles to get them, right? And I did just queue up 100 to be crafted, so that's far less exciting than I thought it was. Ooh, dice, though. Hey, yeah, give me those. You know what? I'll take them all. I'm not a coward. Give me that. Oh, you know what? Look at all these dice. Yeah, I'll take the lot. No, not again. Oh, is that the first one? It came down in a bloody drop pod. Oh, that must be how it works. Now I know your secrets. You are screwed. No. Give it an honorable death. Bob, bring the scythe. Oh, look at him. He's like Splinter Bob. Brilliant. That explains why they were always clustered around our antenna tower. Okay, so how does this Replimat work then? This is a new one to figure out. I've seen this mod on the Steam Workshop lots, but I've never actually used it. So we put down, holds refrigerated raw food and disassembles it into a molecular level. Okay, so this sounds like a good thing to start with. I'm assuming these were like regular plain old Rimworld hoppers. Oh, look at this. Recycles human corpses in a dignified matter into organic particulate suspension for supplying Replimat systems. Those are big brain words for makes it so you can eat people tastily. Well, you haven't got to convince me more than that. Thank you. Then we need the computer itself, which I suppose can go pretty much anywhere. We'll just build it in here for convenience, I guess. And I guess we put down a little feeding terminal like the hungry piggies we are. Cannot batch replicate survival meals terminal. Oh, it has to be all connected together? Oh, I am an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh, we need the tank too. I see. I think I understand now. So the Replimat hopper turns an item into the tasty fluid. This machine stores it ready for its hot liquid to be dispensed through the Replimat terminal, which I assume Bukakis it all over our colonist mouths. What a horrible metaphor. Oh, come on. Someone built the terminal. So, I'm too sleep deprived for this. I need to know if I've conquered another aspect of this game or not. Oh, it's working. My god, he's done it. The question is, does it all have to be adjacent? I assume not. That would be fairly counterintuitive. Okay, that fills up with a dirty slurry. Let's build another dirty slurry tank then, sure. Okay. And then we just say batch survivor meals. Let's just clone one. Oh, it's that easy. Given that we have filled that exclusively with raw meat, I don't know what would happen if you wanted to order anything but, you know, like meat slurry. If you were to, like, sidle up to it and say something like, well, I don't know what people eat. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. And then it just spits out a cup of pure, full-on, steaming pig meat. I don't know if I'd be too pleased about that. I don't think this is really the invention this colony needed. But on the plus side, look. Infinite power, infinite research, infinite defense, infinite food. How else can we go? Infinite settlements out there in the world. The only problem with that plan is I don't have infinite patience, and when clicking on everything out here takes more than what I have left on the remainder of my life, all things considered. I'm not going to be doing that. But I'll still count infinite power. Did I say that? I'm pretty sure I said that one. Infinite bees. And soon, more importantly, infinite dice. We just need to get some more of those B components, and to be fair, I'm sure we've got more than enough B components now to make this work. 6 biointerface components each. Wow. That's a steep price. And as I sit here and... Oh, really? These bee houses require power. They absolutely do. Pirates have just shut down my bees. Bandit bee war. None of us ever could have possibly expected that. They know my one weakness too. The world map. Can we nuke them? I'm fairly certain we can nuke them. I'm sure we have about 3 mods in this mod pack that add different various ways of nuking people. Well, tomorrow we will nuke pirates who went to war on bees. As I sit here and discuss the very important things like bee breeding, 2 people in Discord just sat and worked out that if we wanted to be able to continuously fire the marauders, which of course I've just taken apart, we would need 90 plasma fusion reactors, and that is to fire them continuously non-stop. I hate to break this to you people in Discord, that's never going to happen. The island is physically not big enough, and by the time I build even half of that amount, I'm sure it will have flooded again. Oh. Well, I say that, but we do have EMC power generators. Must be fueled by hand. Well, there are ways to automate that too, right? I mean, we could just have an Omnibot sat right next to the EMC. There genuinely may be a way to do that, and I'm almost frightened of thinking of that idea. Either way, the top priority, given that we have some tougher storytellers going on right now, is certainly sorting out the Killbox. I think having it more of a funnel shape will work for multiple reasons. Number one, it's a funnel. I mean, that should be fairly obvious. I mean, number 2, given that it's a staggered edge, our turrets won't shoot one another, which would be quite ideal. My only concern, though, is that we're still building all out of limestone? Like, surely we've got a harder material at this point. Well, I mean, look at all the fucking materials we do have. Good lord. High-grade steel. See, even that gives terrible hit points. We need one of those. Well, something like hyperalloy synthesis would absolutely do it, yeah. Locked? Locked why? Oh, locked because there's no power. Fortunately, our base is stuck between generations right now, and half of it still runs on candlelight. I mean, we do have plenty of chem fuel. That would save caravanning out. Okay, here's the plan then. We're going to throw down, wherever there's room in this freaking base, a few pods. And we'll send out a hit squad of people equipped with, like, armor, like plate armor, flintlock pistols, bows and arrows to go and fight those pirates. If we get a raid now, we just straight up die, like we actually die. I have not checked the wealth graph in quite some time. I'm almost afraid to have a look at this point. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. Oh, no, shit. No, that's terrible. That was the peak last time. Holy shit. I love that you can pinpoint on the wealth graph the points where I've installed mods that have broken the game. That's so good. Actually, I think this one was taking out mods specifically, but either way, that's fine. That's okay. As I said, combat readiness check is in play, but it still takes into account 25% of all building wealth, turret wealth, you name it. Essentially, we're against the clock. We've got to get those pirates killed before we die instantly. We're going to die instantly. So this is going to be down to magic to see if we can beat these pirates. Let's go. Max fuel level. And then tomorrow, maybe we lose. That'll be a bloody plot twist. A lesson in hubris. A lesson in why it's not a good idea to build 9 plasma fusion reactors while your characters are still equipped with flintlock pistols. But in conclusion, this world is unlovable, and it's all thanks to you, unless you're a patron, at which point I love you. What a horrible way to reinforce parasocial relationships. Thank you to my favorite parasocial supporters of all, the executive producer patrons. All patrons are equal, except for the executives. Thank you to Shadowblade and Shadow1317, Caden Carter, Galupo Fruhag, El Zilcho, Ciala, Solothol, Felpy, Slow King 1710, Atomno Unconquered, Evelyn X, Passy 965, Pepfime, But I'm Homeless, Feral Housecat, Lapis Golem, and Andrew DeGarren for their support at the executive producer tiers over on Patreon. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this. Couldn't have done it without your help. Actually, I have no other transferable life skills. I would be on the streets. Thank you to Dougie Fresh, Saxon Cat, Atreus Sen, Shittledirt, Quagasol, Richie Luigi, Plondo, Bobo, No PM, Mystic370, Matteo, Jordan, Sangri, Dark Misery TC, and finally, Zesty. Thank you, Zesty. See you all tomorrow. Or maybe I'm dead. Maybe I'm dead by the time you're watching this. Maybe after I edited it, I immediately drop down dead. That would be very bizarre. If this is the final thing, if this is my final mark I leave on planet Earth, I've truly wasted my life.